The big story was our man Frankie.
And no question, Frankie Pennington's been riding for 20 years, Danny. If you do the math, and I wrote about it this week on Let'sGoRacingParks.com, he's had to average 150 wins a year for 20 years to get to 3,000. And I think the most amazing thing about Frankie is his consistency. Just does it day after day, week after week, month after month, and now 20 years worth to 3,000.
Yeah, and he's got a great attitude. He is a lot of fun to have here at Parks. Well, let's take a look at some history. We're going to take a look at Tuesday's first race. Frankie Pennington is riding Miyamo for trainer John Service on the number 4 horse.
Miyamo waiting there in second, to her inside Sophia's Rose, then Should Have Been a Cowgirl backed off into fourth. Whiskey Street Blues right to her outside, losing a little ground there is Callie Ray. Go Chloe Go, trying to get in gear at the back, and then still gone at the way back, the opening quarter, 23-1. Swans Island. Miyamo's gotten the cue from Frankie Pennington. She's beginning to move. Also, Should Have Been a Cowgirl under a drive as they make their way through the turn at the top of the stretch. Swans Island. Sophia's Rose coming up the rail on the outside. Miyamo, Should Have Been a Cowgirl, has some momentum. It's Miyamo, puts her nose in front. Swans Island comes right back at her, but Should Have Been a Cowgirl gaining with every stride. There's about a 16th left to go. Miyamo on the outside. Should Have Been a Cowgirl. Miyamo hanging tough. Miyamo, Should Have Been a Cowgirl, and Miyamo, she gives Frankie Pennington 3,000 wins.
Oh, lots of emotions, and especially longtime agent and friend of jockey Frankie Pennington, Bobby Martell, here with his family. Of course, they've been on the ride with Frankie as well, and lots of jumping around and happy smiles there.
Yeah, no question. It wasn't easy. It looked like he was going to get there pretty easily, Danny, and then he had a big challenge from Randy Allen's horse on the outside, but held on to win by a head. It was interesting. I looked up Frankie's first win. It was 20 years ago at Thistledown for his stepfather. And Frankie remembered the name of the horse, remembered it like it was yesterday. And here's more with our man, Frankie Pennington. Frankie, you've had a lot of great milestones in your career. What does 3,000 mean?
Oh, it's huge. It's a ton of wins, and it's nice to finally get it done and over with. But it's been a great journey so far, and I appreciate all the owners, trainers, grooms, everybody a part of it. I really appreciate that.
They didn't make this race easy on you. You could feel that horse on your outside, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking at the race and going, hopefully I can be able to win this one by a couple, because she looked pretty tough. And when I heard the horse coming outside, I'm like, oh no, where's the wire at?
Do you remember your first one? I looked it up. It was like September of 2003, 20 years ago at Thistledown. What do you remember about it?
Yeah, it was my stepdad's horse, and I believe her name was Confused Genius. And he let me ride other ones, and finally he's like, I'm going to put you on your first winner. He goes, all you got to do is just make sure you get out of the gate and win, and that's pretty much all I had to do.
When you came here, was this ever something that you envisioned? I mean, this has obviously been your home for a good long time
Right.
now.
No, you know, I was just always very happy and fortunate to do good as I was doing, and get to 3,000 already. It's pretty exciting.
What are other goals now for you? I mean, 3,000 is a big number. Not that many riders have gotten there.
I don't know. I'm just very excited and grateful to get to 3,000.
Got another 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 more in you?
God willing, we see what happens, but I'm glad just for today.
I got Frankie early in his bug. We've been together 20 years, and I couldn't be more proud of him. He's just the greatest person ever, and he's like our son. He's wonderful.
To see this, and now it only took him 3 times. A lot of riders, it takes a lot longer to get there. What was the last couple of days like as you were getting close?
It just seems like when you start getting close, it's not that anything changes, but it just feels like it does. It just feels that much harder to get to that spot, you know, and it's just, I'm just so relieved that it's over. It's great.
Well, I have a good suspicion that Frankie will remember the name of Miyamo for the rest of his life, as well as his first win.